Less than a week to go. And yes, I've already picked a side for myself. I'm still nonpartisan, by the way. But when I saw this system, yeah, I think that was the deal maker, not the deal breaker, but the deal maker, and the deal breaker for the other people. But I've seen this before. Now, what potentially could happen? I think maybe Tucker Carlson could be the press secretary, or Vivek could be the Speaker of the House. Elon, DOJ, Department of Health, right, with Robert F. Kennedy, President, Vice President, and Secretary of State. And I don't know, there could be other people. Maybe Danica Patrick could work there too. We got all kinds of people. But it did remind me of something. We got Team Unity here, the Trump Vance 2024. It took me back in time. I mean, going back 20 years back in time. I have seen this before. It started actually like with the copyrights. It started 17 years ago, but I worked on it in 2004. Published in 2007. There's my strange font. Published in 2011 with the Outcasters, Drake, A Society of Short Stories. The books are still out there. I think it's on Walmart too. You can even find my books on Walmart. Can we sharpen that, please? Yeah, there we go. So you can even find it on Walmart. Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. There's physical or there's hardcover or paperback. And as of 2024, I still have this. I got a long time ago. I remember when this came out. Long time ago. So, yeah, this was years ago. But that's a book stub. And a book stub's like a digital book. Now, what I'm about to show you here, actually, I don't think I've shown this to anybody, not even in real life. Now, this I made, this is like says 1996. This is the setting, right? I actually made this in 2008 or so. I think about a year before the Metro Gold Line was even in operation. So they were starting to build platforms and everything. They hadn't even finished the Gold Line at all. So here you got all these people, these kind of low life looking people waiting for the fucking like train. They're all acting stupid and whatever. So you got this rich white dude, right? Yes, Mike, go ahead. No, we're fine on extras, but just make sure everyone's there by 8:30 sharp, like a Hollywood dude. He gets hit by somebody else. What the hey? So he's telling him to pull over, or whatever, and he's like, "Oh shit, shoot, man, that's no good." this it's what I liked about before I get to the point of this video is I like that there's two dynamics. You have the rich entitled white dude, like, what do you think you're doing there? I don't know. And you got this guy, oh no, man, right? And so sometime later, or seconds later, he's like, dude, what were you thinking of? What were you thinking? This is like a $40,000 car. And he's like, I don't know, man, that's jacked. I kind of just like cut the language a bit, made it more PG than PG-13 here. He's like, that's jacked up, man. I don't know, man. He's like, okay, man, do you even have insurance or a driver's license? Oh, no, SA never, but wait. Okay, fine then. Well, I think I'll call the cops if you don't mind. He's like, nah, no. Oh, man, what you call it? Let me take you to some friends of mine. What? Your friends? Yeah, let's just go. The council, they help pay for the damages. Now we're getting to the point of this whole thing. So here we have Cesar Chavez Park. So he's driving a Prowler. I had him drive a Prowler. So we're at the parking lot. So here, this is the Joshua. Joshua follows Chato. Okay, so Chato's the homeless guy there, and there's Joshua. He's like, see, there they are, fool. I said, I'm not your fool, and you should have told me. So here they are. Can we help you with something? So my character, based on me, is talking, and Rye is speaking here, finishing the sentence. They all finish each other's sentences and all that. You got a mural back here. This is kind of East LA looking. So here are the characters that I created in 2000, but refined and made in 2004, the East Los Angeles Council. Now, come to find out, I was inspired by a youth council in one of the states, like Arkansas or Alabama. I think it was Arkansas or Kansas or Missouri, whatever these. So they had a youth council. So then I looked at East LA Council. Later, I found out that the East LA Council is just like a DMV recovery. It's kind of like if you get into a if you get a ticket by a cop, you have to show up for traffic school for 8 hours, right? So if you get a DUI, right, they pull your license. You have to go to a program. So that's what the East LA Council really is. It's shit. So I imagine it to be more like 5 people. Okay, so you got one person here. That's Rosemary, who's in charge of who's like an activist in animal and children's rights. You got Rye, who's a technology advisor. You got Gino behind Rye, who is the entertainment special events commissioner, like any community events that happen. Jorge, the big dude, looks like Donkey Kong, right? He's in charge of security and police and enforcement, protecting the city. And Drake is sort of the glue that holds them all together. And that's why I'm siding with Trump, because I can see the fucking system. I can see the people. I can see all those people on that billboard, and I can see these people here. So my sort of happy moments, like people have, it's the opposite, PTSD, it's the opposite of PTSD. It's like I see something that I've always wanted to see. Now, to be fair, we can see the system of Democrats. We can see the AOCs, the Nancy Pelosi's, some of these crooked people, Joe Biden. Joe Biden calling us garbage? What's wrong with you, Joe Biden? Are you confused? Do you need your pills again? What's wrong with you? Dr. Joe Biden hasn't smacked you enough times in the ass. You need your pills because you're lost. Oh, I remember what this is. Never mind. This is not a mural. This is a telescope. Sorry. You know why I was thinking it was a mural? Because of the way it was shaped. This is a telescope, observatory scope. Because of in East Los Angeles College, we used to have an observatory. Now that's all gone. All gone. Anyway, so yeah, so Joe Biden's confused. I mean, we have a shitty system in place. Okay. And it's true what people are saying, including Jeremy D-Day, is that these people are being fake offended. Whoopi is fake offended. Sony Hostin is being fake offended. Meghan McCain is the only one that takes Tulsi's side. She's no longer on the show. So you got Joy Behar, all these cunts on The View talking shit like they always do. And they contradict themselves. They'll contradict themselves all the time. And somebody could take one thing Whoopi said now and contradict, oh wait, Whoopi said this a year ago, and that's completely contradicting what she said here. And we all do that. We see all these flip-flopping points of view because they want to trigger you to get pissed off, okay? So I'm nonpartisan. I take my own side before anybody else's, but if I really had to believe in something, if I had to look up to something, some sort of Justice League of sorts, I look up to those people in real life. These were based on real people that I actually met. All 4 of these, including myself, plus me, all 4 of them plus me, and I didn't make them superheroes. I just wanted to make them real people who could do super things, that could do extraordinary things. Now, another thing I was going to mention is that also too, they were in the book, in the original 2007 book, I think 2011 as well. Each of these 5 people went through shitty parts of their lives. Now, if you go back to Tulsi Gabbard's videos, she tells you how she turned against her chairwoman when it came to Hillary Clinton being favored, which led to her being kicked out of the Democrats and being called a Russian asset. Every character in here has their own sob story, right? And they come together for that. The original council, now I wrote this 3 years before 2010, right? 2000, I wrote this 3 years before 2010. In 2010, there was a corrupt council in, the city of Bell. The Bell scandal. Remember that? Robert Rizzo, sluggish Robert Rizzo. I made up an East LA council that came before these 5. And they were corrupt as fuck. They let a lot of bad things happen, grave robbing and all this shit. And ultimately what happened with this council is that although they all came together, they got into a fist fight with extremists like neo-Nazis and Ku Klux Klansmen, real racist people like Panthers. And they end up losing their jobs because they were taking action without consent, without legal consent and organized police. And then there was an apocalypse of extraterrestrial origins. And these people died saving the world. And then their descendants continued to build the paradise. And I told this story over and over and over and over again until I come to the point where I'm writing this new story that I've been showing you every other week or every 3 weeks. So that's all I want to say. Good luck in your voting, and I'm going to keep on writing. And let's see this all come to life, come to light after 20 years.